Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Raspadori has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
Well, it's a very tasty skill set, isn't it? His balance, his control, allied with searing...
Shutter! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's João Palhinha. And here's Jota. He's had a shot! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Andre Silva, Jota. Can he get on the end of this? Caught offside that time. Nesta. Maldini. That has ended up in no man's land, and he's had it nicked away. He's through here. Barella. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Ramos. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Italy still without a single shot on target. Oh, easy pickings there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Knocks it out wide. No, he's overshot the green. João Palhinha. Now it's Luca. He has a look up. Andre Silva. And smartly reclaimed. Jota. He's found a way through. Oh, shooting chance! Off the post. Goal! Portugal! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Just eases him off the ball. And that's definitely not his best. And this is Inzaghi. Fired deep towards the back post. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Italy with the corner, they're first. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Locatelli.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Andre Silva. Gonzalo Ramos. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
And he's quick to get it clear again. He's shifting through the gears here. And a shot! Filippo Inzaghi is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Andre Silva. And now the breakaway. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Italy are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Oh, no joy this time. Nuno Mendes. Gonzalo Ramos is firing after that one. Ruben Neves is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's a little off target. Thinks about the shot. Oh, that's fabulous. Picked out brilliantly. Italy needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And no, that was never going to make it. Portugal have reclaimed it. Gonzalo Ramos. Yep, it's a corner.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 14, Andre Silva. Number 13, Gonzalo Ramos. Number 20, Diogo Jota. Number 9,
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Ronaldo. Number 17, Rafael Leao.
Great vision.
Number 7,
And this is Inzaghi. He's found a way through.
Number 8,
It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
substitution.
Threads one in. Great ball and he's in here. No, again there's no way through. Italy are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's fallen loose again. And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Portugal could not have picked a
added
better
minutes has
time
been
to
indicated.
snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's...
And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And we come to you now
So what do you
with a
take
quick
away from it all,
request for
Jim?
Well,
support
Peter,
around
I
World
really couldn't
Charity
see
Fund.
what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the
Hello,
promise
everybody,
of a
and
match that
welcome
will
to
really
today's
get the
match.
juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And the shot! Beautiful from Nedved!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Atletico Paranaense.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Number 8. Pavel Nedved.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's intervened well there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now that's well seen too. Luis Suarez. Threads one in. Now it's Luis Suarez. Atletico Paranaense leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Danger averted for now. And it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. Tries to play it through. And this is Nedved. Nedved! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Cruyff. Messi. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
Suarez does really well to win the ball there. Oh, played right into his path. And the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Luis Suarez. And here's Messi. And Cruyff! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Quality ball. Eto! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Nice looking ball. That looks a cracking ball. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Messi puts his foot on the gas. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chance! Cruyff! No one quite like him! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
2 added minutes has been
And
indicated.
look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He just absolute... And the whistle goes for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their
And we
foot off
come
the
to you
pedal.
now with a
They
quick
need to keep
request
pushing,
for support
keep
to
imposing.
our World
Don't leave the
Charity
door
Fund.
open for the opposition.
Atletico Paranaense sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And the second half gets underway. There's a sharp little ball here. And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece! A finish of true class! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something in...
He's having a hit! Nedved.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Van Bouten. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Van Dijk.
Atletico Paranaense are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's lost his man here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Xavi Alonso. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's... Shot, surely! There is the genius of Luis Suarez! About as smooth as it gets. Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And
Messi! Oh, denied at the last.
well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Rivaldo. Hangs one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's quick to snatch it back. Suarez receives it in a wide position. Looking for options for movement. Big chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. So what can they make of this? Iniesta. Nesta does really well there. He is strong. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso. Looking to play him in.
2 added minutes has been
And this is
indicated.
Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. And time is up. Atletico Paranaense looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Cruyff taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match and deserved. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It's Luis Suarez! There is the genius of Luis Suarez!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's fizzed it forward. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. And this is Cruyff. Nice control. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Cruyff really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Goal. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
He's tried one. He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Now it's Messi. Tries to play it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? It's Luis Suarez! Oh, surely that deserved better.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
That's a sharp pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, good spread. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Vieira. Pass somewhat off target. Messi. Looking to play him in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Doué. Hazard. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! And he hits the net. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Messi at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
There will be 3 minutes.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter.
Luis Suarez! And another try! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Cruyff duly reaps his... And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Atletico Paranaense are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez. Number 6,
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
13, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the
Great
field,
vision.
Number 7, Jan Koeman.
Looking for options for
Number
movement.
17,
He's shifting through the gears here.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Atletico Paranaense do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Bale receives it in a wide position. He rises! And again! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Well, it's inspired. Goes for a shot! No mistake! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Turan.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And the through ball. He is through here. Messi. And he's had a hit. Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Atletico Paranaense perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Messi, and Messi! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Robertson. Hazard. And the pass is intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's intervened well there. Olise. And it's Seedorf. And Doué. And here's Mbappe. Hazard could try cutting inside here. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up.
Header! He scored! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Atletico Paranaense grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. He's found a way through. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book. Turan, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Nedved cross, big header! It's there! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys. So, another set play. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Azar! No, it's wide. And he's there to retrieve it. Can he get on the end of this? He's through here.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Oh, that was vital.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Has a shot! Against the crossbar! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Raul. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. But they've got it again. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, perfectly measured that.
There will be 1 minute
Well
added
timed,
time.
excellent interception. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution on the field. Number 16, Fermin. Number 17.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 21,
Colorado Springs really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Foden. Can he spark a counter here? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The second half sparks straight into life. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Climbs up big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that has not gone well. Plays a sharp little ball here. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Mbappe! He's picked his way through. Rijkaard. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Owen. Oh, nicely intercepted. Casemiro. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Pinches it off him.
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, this looks sharp. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Foden.
Colorado Springs really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Timber's cross.
Well played and well cleared.
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn.
And Cruyff! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. Azar. And it's Azar. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Hullet. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. He can get that clear. Out towards the flank. Looking for the run. Hazard receives it in a good position here. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Cruyff. And he's got the beating of his man. And he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Luis Suarez. And the pass is intercepted. Hazard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Xavi Alonso. No goals as yet. Plays a sharp little ball here. And they're quick to get it back. Serginho.
Such good technique.
Cross flung into... Decent chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Can he get it through? He's in a good position here. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. And that is out of play. Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
No way through. And it's Messi. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Nedved! That's going to go a long way. Kukçu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Hullet. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Number 10,
And the
Messi.
action is back underway.
Number 5, Suarez.
Atletico Paranaense really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Coming on the
Just
field,
looked a step too
number
slow on
17,
everything.
Number
Takes a
9,
shot!
Weekly. Number
That's just
7,
playing it safe and simple.
Number 3, Lau.
Showing great feet there. Hangs in a cross. That's really well cleared. Ibrahimovic, a player who needs no introduction. Atletico Paranaense come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Nedved. Ibrahimovic goes steaming forward. And he's managed to get
Oh,
free.
great feat, that.
Big chance! Well, now this time, surely! And the ball's come loose here. Nesta gets good distance on it. Nesta gets a foot in and wins the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's a searching pass. Hazard. Atletico Paranaense can breathe again. Just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Hullet. Vieira. Now it's Bale. Can he spark a counter here? Bergomi makes the interception. Lahm. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Lahm.
Atletico Paranaense really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Hullet. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Serginho. And it's Lahm. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that's really well manoeuvred. It's out for a goal kick. Atletico Paranaense have reclaimed it. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Nesta cannot be beaten that easily. Vieira. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Thinks of... Can he finish? Goal! Atletico Paranaense! First blood drawn. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Atletico Paranaense have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, this looks sharp. Adams gets across to intercept that. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. Nice looking ball. Well read, nice interception. And that has been cleared. Now, can they get him away? And this is Luis Suarez. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's gone loose. That's a throw. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Maldini. Over to the left. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Atletico Paranaense can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Number 9, Ribery. Number 3, Lam.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well timed, excellent interception. Collier. Now it's Ribery. Still just a single goal between the sides. Great vision. Now it's Bale. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a sharp pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nedved can see things, others simply cannot. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication.
Ribery! It is a fantastic goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And he's worked it through.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And it's Nedved. He's going for goal! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Nedved is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant.
Real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution in progress.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Collar with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. And Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Tries to play it through. Bale! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That's that, the end. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through...